Hi guys, Dragon Warrior Reviews, and today I am going to be showing you the Padawan Outpost NeoPixel, the Stranger Lightsaber from Star Wars The Acolyte. So this packaging is really awesome. With the Marok lightsaber, we got like a box, if you know what I mean. But this is an absolutely amazing piece of protection here. So basically, everything I need is in this box. Basically, everything to change the blades, the hilt, everything's in here. So if I wanted to take this, wanted to do cosplay with it, wanted to do a convention, I pack it all in here, open this up, put the blades in, and there we go. It's that simple. So this is awesome, really good quality. Love it. And you can like lock it as well. I don't really need to do that, but let's open it up properly. So we're meant to press this button. Oh, what we're doing, need to press the button like that, over to the side, and that. And then let's open this thing up, and here we go. So I've already looked in here off camera, but we've got the actual saber here, which, after seeing the Marok lightsaber, it looks absolutely tiny. This is an average sort of lightsaber. In fact, there's two lightsabers in one because it pulls to pieces. The Marok one was just absolutely heavy, absolutely huge. You get the tiny little blade, which looks so small in person, for the dagger, and then the normal size blade. Looking at this, I think and also watching the show again, I think I did order the blade too long for the Marok one, but it is what it is. It makes it look more intimidating. But with Padawan Outpost, they just give you blades. You don't choose how long they are. So they give you two charging ports, which is good, so you can charge both of them at the same time. And for some reason, they give you two Allen keys. You're not going to need two, but I guess they just wanted to add two. This is a new type of Allen key. We usually had that weird piece with the like green bit sticking out for some strange reason, but these ones are a lot cleaner. The blade plugs are a little weird. These look like blooming, I think they stick out when you plug them in. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be using these. These are weird. You get two SD cards. I don't think you're going to need them, but you get loads of screws or stuff. And you get a stand. Only one stand for the main thing. So what I'm going to do is get this out, unwrap it, and we're going to take a closer look at the Stranger's hilt. Alright, here we go. This is what it looks like. So I love this bit at the top here. It looks like when the lightsaber's been ignited, it looks like it's heated this bit up. It looks really cool. Kind of wish it was a little bit more weathered, but usually I have noticed with these sabers, they're not like Maroks, which are not weathered at all. But the but the 1/6 scale saber you get with the Marok Hot Toys figure, which is coming out probably in the next year or two, it's very weathered. But yeah, I'm not complaining about that. This looks really cool. As you can see, and if I put it down here, we've got the chain. You can hang it on someone's belt, but that'll pull down your trousers or your belt off if you try and do that properly. So yeah, this isn't a great saber, but unfortunately, if you want to get the SD card out, and unfortunately even more to charge this thing, you have to take it to pieces. So talking about taking to pieces, let me show you how you access the second hilt. So here we go. You meant to twist and you pull, and here we go. So basically, this is a really tiny hilt here, where you put the little blade in, and the activation switch is right on top of here, and then this becomes a tiny little hilt, as you can see. And then basically, yeah, and the activation switch is here, and then you have two sabers. Quite a dirty move the Stranger can do, because when it's like together, it doesn't look like a double lightsaber at all. When he did that in the show and killed the Jedi Padawan, I was kind of shocked. I was like, what? It can do that? He just did that and stabbed her 3 times. It was crazy. This is a dirty lightsaber. The Jedi would not approve on this lightsaber.
3 weeks later.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a long time since the last clip, but basically the reason why it has is the last saber I got. Basically, you have to unscrew this usually to get to the like inside of the saber, so you can charge it or add fonts. But basically, I couldn't undo it because like it was done up by a clamp, so I physically couldn't open it. So I sent it back. He opened it. He scratched it up, so he had to send me a brand new saber. And since that incident, when my brand new saber arrived, I couldn't open it again. I sent it back, but it turns out the reason why I couldn't open it is they changed it. You open these screws up, these 5 screws here, and you just pull it open. It's a lot easier. You also don't need to remove the button like you did it on the original one. It just comes open. And same with this one, you don't have to remove like these 2 screws here. You just remove the bottom and then pull out the core. Pretty cool, honestly. The saber's not exactly the same as the other one. Like this chain's a bit looser, and then these 2 bits kind of look like they're not like completely, I don't know, you can't really notice it, so it doesn't really matter. Also added a font. The font's going to be in the description if you want to add it. Plus also a tutorial how to add fonts to a saber. For some reason, like when I got it, they added the font, but then the humming sound didn't sound right. It sounded like a different Jedi, because for some reason when they bought the font, they had the his master, which was the bald green woman with the whip in the show. I forgot what her name is, or can't really pronounce it. And for some reason it had that humming sound, but basically I changed it on the computer, or basically just re-added the font, and for some reason it slightly lags a little bit when I turn the saber on or move it around and stuff. So, but anyway, I'm going to demonstrate this font for you. That sound is where, like, when the lightsaber hits a piece of his armor or his gauntlet or helmet, that's the sound, basically. Alright, this is the dagger, as you can see. Basically, the ignition sound a bit different in the show, so if you go into the extras folder, you can sort of make it sound slightly different when it turns on, blah blah blah. But here we go. So that sound you just heard, I think in the video when he showed it, that's the sound of when the stranger in episode, the final episode, where he pulls the saber apart. That's the sound, and then turning it on. For some reason, the one with my particular font is a little bit mixed up. When you turn it off, one of the turning off sounds, it sounds a bit like that. I just left it in because it kind of sounds wacky, but yeah. Alright, here we go, both sabers in hand. Yeah, they feel pretty... Oh, this one's a turned off. They feel pretty good, honestly. Wow. This bigger one feels a little bit unbalanced because, like, the hilt's quite small. This is quite a heavy blade, but this little one feels very light. But yeah, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put both sabers together. Alright, here we go. Let's put these back together. And here we go. And perfect. So it feels a lot nicer actually, because, you know, like, it's more balanced with the blades, so it feels a lot nicer. Looks lovely. I do prefer it like this. But now, what's going to happen is, because, like, the sound of this saber is at the bottom and now the bottom is covered up, it's going to sound pretty muffled, so you cannot really hear it that well. Let me just demonstrate. I'll stop talking. So you can't really hear it that well. So it is a kind of a shame, but it definitely feels a lot better. You can do a lot of tricks with it. Also, another thing is, I watched other people's reviews on other ones of these sabers from different companies. Basically, they said this, where it's got the seam, it feels a little weird when you hold this. But because like with the Padawan Outpost version, because they changed it so it's easier to remove the cap, it feels way more sturdy here, and doesn't even feel like there's another saber connected to it. So yeah, now it's time to move on to the two great and two irritating things about this saber. Alright, the first irritating thing is when both sabers are together, the sound is very, very muffled, quite noticeable as well. Obviously, it's definitely louder when the smaller saber isn't connected to it. And in fact, actually, the smaller saber is actually really loud. I just want to warn you, actually, the small saber, when it's disconnected, is so loud that, like, when I first turned it on, it hurt my eardrums, man. It was kind of crazy. So I turned mine down to 50%. I recommend you doing the same. Like I said, but when both of them are together, it's kind of annoying. I don't know. Would have they been able to like hide like some little speakers so the sound would come out better? I don't know if it would look bad if they did that. It's not too bad. It's not the end of the world. But I kind of wish it was just, they found a way to make it a little bit louder when both sabers were connected. The second irritating thing is, why on earth does this saber not come with like a stranger font? Like, in my opinion, they should, before adding any fonts, they should prioritize the font which goes with the saber. I had the same problem with the Rock one. It comes with like 34 or 35 different fonts, but none of them is the stranger font. It's annoying. I had to add it myself. It's a little laggy. It's not perfect, but it works. So yeah, I just hope in the future lightsaber companies will start adding the fonts which actually go with the saber before anything. It's kind of crazy that they don't. The first great thing is I love that it's just two sabers in one. Like, it doesn't even really look like it pulls apart. This just looks like a regular normal saber. When I saw him, you know, break his saber apart in the show, I was very surprised. It's like, his saber does not look like it would be a double saber. It's crazy. You can see the seam, but it's very not noticeable. And it also doesn't feel noticeable when you're using it either. So I honestly love that. The second great thing is they fixed that annoying issue where, like, when you're trying to undo that piece I was talking about earlier, the one where I had to get the saber sent back, I can open it. I love that they've changed it, and now you just have to open the screws and pull it up, pull it off, and you don't have to undo this button. You don't have to undo screws on this small saber. You just have to undo the bottom to get to the like core. In my opinion, it's a lot easier. Anyway, that has been my review on the Padawan Outpost, the Stranger lightsaber from the Acolyte. Honestly, it's a good saber. It looks really, really awesome. I can't wait to display it next to my Morocco one. Anyway, if you are interested in the Stranger, like I am, I do have a review on a awesome looking Stranger helmet on the channel, so make sure to check that out, and also a review on an outfit. But soon enough, I'm going to do a massive Stranger outfit video where I just show you what it looks like with everything, the helmet, the suit, the saber, everything like that. I do want to try and recreate a few scenes from the movie. I think that's going to be an awesome video. If you don't want to miss out on that video, make sure to hit the subscribe button and that like button and the bell for notifications so you don't miss out on any of my videos. Anyway, comment down below what you think of the saber. Is it worth it? Is it awesome? Or do you not like the show, or you don't like the Stranger and you couldn't care less about the saber? Let me know. Anyway, I'll catch you guys in another review, figure preview, or short.